Okay, we are back.
Hello, we're back.
Woo!
Woo,
Welcome
we're back.
to our 40th episode and
Wow. And our
our last one of the season one.
Yeah, season finale, you could say.
You guys
We've
made it.
this is
You made it this far.
we've been prepping and researching ish and doing some homework and
Yeah.
basically
Brittany
just prepping.
did the homework.
Brittany did the homework. Brittany did more homework than Jessica did. Well, maybe, I don't know. But I mean, but right? I've been so looking forward to this, not because I want to have an end of season. Do you know what I mean? But it's
No, it's true.
I think it is good, important for us. I know we talked about it in the beginning. We're we're just gonna keep going. We'll have one season forever. But I do think that like anything, we deserve a time off. We do. I mean, we've been doing this for so long, literally 40 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
longer than that because we started prepping episodes before we launched it.
Yeah, but we've been continuous with this, which we have loved. It is not a burden. We chose to do this, and we absolutely love it. But it is with exciting things coming up, it's okay, it's okay. And this is a good message to people who are afraid to take a break. Take a break if you need it, right? And obviously it's not, we don't want to, but we want to. And in that sense, we're it's okay.
That's the thing. With a break comes recharge. And then what if you have a whole different vision or outlook going into your next phase? Exactly. Whether that's going back into work or going back into your podcast, whatever you are putting your brain to.
Yeah.
Your soul into.
Yeah. And what we mean by break, before people are what do you mean they're taking a break? We're literally going to take a short break. Because Brittany's having a baby. She's having a freaking child.
I'm gonna have a nugget.
You're gonna have your hands full and that. So it's okay, let's get you situated as a mama and with a little dude in the room and around the house or whatever. And then and then when we're feeling up to it, I don't know. We chatted. Did we decide when we're gonna release season 2?
We had a tentative start date like we did last year where it was the first week of July.
Yeah.
But we might not want to wait that long. We just have to kind of see how it goes.
I was thinking that too. I was oh my God, that's so long. If we March. I mean, but also July to March is long, but.
Right. But April's kind of a write-off in general.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Literally, don't know. So yeah, this episode is coming out. What did we say? What's the date? On the 25th, right? 25th of March, last Saturday of March. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus.
So that'll be the last one for a little bit.
Yeah. So
which is great. But so who knows? We might be back sooner, but for sure July 1st weekend, if not earlier.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to closing this exciting first chapter. Oh my God, I just had deja vu. I love that. Sorry. When you're saying something, you're I've had this conversation before. I love it. Closing the chapter and getting really excited and new ideas or additional things to explore in season 2. So of course we always leave the floor open for people who want us to dig deeper into anything, because I think really one theme of this season was just to graze the top. There's no real in-depthness that we did. No deep dives. But I think this would be the time.
Intros too.
Intros too, exactly. And I think that was really great for season 1 for all of that. I think there's still more intros that we can offer, but I think if anybody's interested in getting a deep dive or has anything that they want to deep dive on, I know some things that I want to chat about next season. And really just go all in.
Totally.
But to the masses, let us know. We don't know,
we will find out.
You don't know, we don't know. You gotta let us know. Yeah. So anyways,
I love it.
Yeah. So that's our little
we were thinking of doing some fun things for this episode.
Yes. All of our episodes are fun
to celebrate our last episode of this season.
Yes.
Oh yeah. This one might be the most fun though, just because it was ridiculous to plan for.
Yeah.
So this is going to be our highlights episode. So we have decided to go through all of our past episodes and pick moments where we're oh my God, we loved it, or just so ridiculous, and whatever the case was, we just we'll include as many clips as we can.
Absolutely. All of the
YouTube
clips.
as well as in our audio here. But yeah, we both have a bunch
Okay.
of different ones to go through. And yeah, do you want to start us off, Jess, or do you want me to start?
I
Or
mean,
what would you like?
totally. Yeah. Why don't I start it up? I don't mind at all.
Sure.
I've made notes on my phone. So if you see me with my phone, that's what I'm doing.
No judgment.
Okay. So I don't know if maybe it does come down to like one episode, but one of my favorite parts of our season, which is just like a continuing theme that you just demonstrated actually, is how we either mispronounce words or like forget the words.
People. Do not be stupid with fire, please.
Yeah. Please make sure that it is in a area that you can contain and you can take mush it out. What's the word?
Puff. I forgot the word blow. Puff.
Distinguish is what I'm trying to find.
You say distinguish? It's extinguish.
Distinguish.
So I literally was just like, this was in what episode was this? It's a full moon, baby. I think it was like our early episode. That was number 3. And I was like, oh my goodness. I thought it was so funny. Anyway, so like again, early days, but I like literally just like blow it out. Like blow. What do you do? Anyways.
Yeah.
So
extinguish, but no, everything was really hard.
Distinguish. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, so I thought
that's funny.
When I was like, because I like went back and like listened to our episodes and whatever, I'm like, oh my God. It's so like it's a reoccurring theme in all of our episodes, but that was like one of my like favorites because I'm like we were so like new to it to this and still like really you can tell we've come into our like we're more comfortable doing this because it's like I think part of it is we've just learned not to give a shit. And not like we gave a shit to begin with, but like you know,
we don't give
like,
more of a shit now.
I don't exactly. There's less shit to give. Maybe is that it? I don't care.
Maybe.
No.
Well, it's funny. It's funny you bring that up because I've got 2 things to add to that exact thing.
That's so funny.
So in episode 8, and I'll send you the things. We couldn't spell worth a damn, and so I literally if you want to go on your phone, just to episode 8, a minute into 38 seconds.
Okay, and this is the 5 W's and 1 H of Palo Santo.
And my note is dumbasses trying to spell.
Oh, I didn't bring my Palo. Let's Palo.
We are going to talk about the what, when, where, why, and
who. What? How? Is that what do we say? How?
Yeah.
Who, what, when, where, why,
the last one.
How. Who? Yeah. Who starts with a W and how is an H? Okay. You know, you had to be in my brain for that one.
I was like, what the fuck?
Who starts with a W and how is an H? What?
It was so stupid. And I was like, oh fuck, that has to go in. Like
exactly. That's so funny. Sorry, I just gotta cough 1 second.
Oh god, because not everybody watches the YouTube ones, but I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I need to watch.
What?
And they're so
funny. I do get a lot of enjoyment like watching them because when I edit them, like I typically watch them too. Like, oh my god, we're such losers. But we were on a Zoom call prior to this. Actually, let's be real. The Zoom call began like over an hour and 20 minutes ago, and in that time. When we started recording this episode, we were on with one of my friends, Tracy Lou Freebush.
We love you.
What was I going with this? I don't know. I lost my thought. Where were we? Where was I going with that? Watching the episode.
Trailed off and she'd off.
No, I was saying when I listen back, I remember exactly not what I said. But I'd be like literally in the same shoes, and if something was interesting, or there was a couple. I gotta find the clips, but it was like me and my like stupid little like puns, and I'm like, like I think I'm so smart, like listening to like, and then I make that same joke. I'm like, Jessica, you're so. It's like a dad joke times a million.
It's true though.
Yeah.
But when you listen to yourself, like as I was listening and writing things down, Jessica in the podcast episode would be like, Brittany, blah, blah, blah. And I would look up and like, yeah. And I was like, oh, wait, we're not talking to me.
Right now.
We're talking to the Brittany that's in the episode.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so that one was ridiculous. And what I didn't know as I was going through the first couple episodes, because I knew how, terrible
Cringe.
quality they were.
It's cringe.
Like,
it is literally cringy. Yeah.
But I was like, no, we're doing it. And what I didn't know is that Jessica, for the YouTube videos, always added in the first shit without us like announcing like we're here, happy day, like it's nice to see you. You added in like all the pre stuff and you're counting down and you're just like, okay, Britt, 5, 4, 3, 2. And I was like, and that's all fucking included, Jessica. If you go to episode 2,
look at shock on my face.
Go to episode 2.
So we're not actually starting
the first 17 seconds.
Okay.
And I was like, oh,
I can handle 17 seconds. It's the
first 10 episodes that are like that though.
That's unfortunate. I'll go back. I thought,
and I was like, no,
interesting.
No,
but we fucked with our recordings because like we did this because we were like, let's start recording earlier, and then nah, and now I have to go searching for it, whereas I probably was like, it's fine.
Literally, Jessica, go on your phone right now and go to episode 2, the first second to the 17 seconds, so you can see what I mean.
YouTube. I hope to God it's not. It's not on. It's not on. Wait, which episode?
Episode 2.
Try it, and if it's not good,
okay, that's fine. Oh, I can edit this part, so don't worry.
Okay.
You're like, bitch, why are you recording?
I was like,
always.
Excuse me, I wasn't ready. All right, ready? 1. Welcome back to another episode of Basic Banter for Witches.
For witches. Welcome back. We're so glad to have you.
Jess here.
So funny. It's like, I can edit this out. Just I know it neglects to edit it out. That's so funny.
That's like, fuck. That's so many episodes.
I think it's better now. I hope to God. But like, I actually, I did notice that was like, oh, this was a month ago or so, and I had uploaded like a good chunk of time prior to the episode, like, oh my God, like, but I think like, our like YouTube views, like we don't have a lot of people that watch it. Like we probably have like 7 people, I think, that like watch it regularly.
24 subscribers. We have 24 subscribers.
Hells so yeah, we do. That's so funny.
Holy shit. I laughed. I was like, wow, that is so embarrassing.
How do I go there? Our channel. Oh my God. Okay, wait, I want to. We have 24 subscribers, but yeah, like of our like videos, like, we get between like 4 and 8 or more views. Do you know what I mean? Like on YouTube, like, but that's like just how people either watch it or don't. It's so funny.
Yeah, I noticed that and I was like, wow, I am so embarrassed.
Just edit this out. No,
that's why I was like, oh my God, why didn't I watch it sooner?
You know what? This is what happens when you just let me do it. And there's she fucked it up. Bad. Not bad, but like
it was only from last July.
Remember that? Like so long ago. Oh my goodness.
So I'm like, oh cool. So this has been up for almost a year now.
I mean
well, and it's so shitty because in that time we've told so many people to watch it on YouTube or
watch it on YouTube. They're like, girl, you're a disaster. I mean, also cringy episode. Oh my God, that's so funny. You know what? That's great. Let's celebrate that. Celebrate. I hope people are enjoying this episode so far as well. I promise you the first hour of our recording will not be included on YouTube. Because I mean, like
our entire episode with Tracy.
Exactly. An hour with Tracy, and then like, that is so funny. Yeah, that's fantastic.
I didn't know you knew that.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? This does not seem like something Jessica would do. But yeah, first 10 episodes are like that.
Yeah. I actually don't even like know what my other favorite ones are. Like I did some screenshots, but like I have so many that it's just so hard to pick because it's like I don't have one favorite guest because every guest we've had like some brilliance come out of it. And it's always like really like enlightening. And I fucking love it. I really do. Yeah. It's anything
There's so
else?
many amazing people.
What else is on your list of faves.
So before I go into the guest, my like fave guests or whatever, episode 4 is when Jessica did the egg spell because she felt like there was some negative shit happening.
Yeah.
So that one's like the 15-minute mark.
Okay. That's
15 minutes to like 26 minutes or whatever.
Feel
But
that.
yeah, that's when Jessica was like, I feel like I've been getting a lot of negative energy lately sent to me. And so that's when she did the egg spell. And we were able to like break for a hot second to go get the glass of or the pitcher of water and stuff and like do the egg cracking into the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I should do it again. I honestly should.
You could.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. Do you
I
want to do it right
really
now?
should.
Yeah. Do it.
Fuck yeah. Actually, I just picked up some eggs. So it's been raining a shit ton here. Surprise. It's Ireland.
Yeah.
But
shock.
like tropical storm amounts, and like the wind is nice right now, but it was just pouring. Anyways, lots of rain, lots of wind.
Yeah, speaking of wind, there's a wetsuit in the background.
Oh yeah, there's a wetsuit over
can-
here. You'll see it. It just kind of like wavers in and out.
Yeah, it keeps like dancing its way in, but it's nothing other than a wetsuit.
Anyways, okay, so my chickens, we have chickens, and they're like they're not in the yard anymore. I don't know if I told you that. We like moved them, so they're like over here. But it's like so muddy to get to them, like to get through them. And honestly, like I don't have like the shoes to do it, so I usually wait a minute. I have to go out there and clean there, but that's a whole other story. Anyways, so my father-in-law got all the eggs. There was like 17 eggs. They were like nesting on top of each other. Anyways, so we've got all these eggs.
Take our fucking eggs.
Exactly. My chickens.
We need to make more.
For a minute there, they were like not really laying very well.
Producing?
But they're producing. Yeah, but I mean they're been like so much better now. But I think they weren't happy because we let them have free range of the yard, and now we don't. We're like, no. Like you can have. They've got a lot of space. It's just not green like this stuff. It's like it is green, but it's just wilder. Do you know what I mean?
They want more. They want more.
They want to look in our windows. They want to be here in this episode.
Yes.
And see what we're doing.
Gosh. Jessica and I have FaceTime, and they're like, "Oh, there's the ladies all at the window looking
in." And they're like, "What are you doing in this room?" Exactly. So, yeah. So that's it. Yeah. Should we do an egg spell?
Yes.
Okay.
Go get all your stuff.
I'll get all my stuff. I can't remember. I just need water
and an egg
and an egg.
Pitcher. No.
And I'm back. Okay. Cool. I'm back. I've got my egg and I've got a glass of water. So,
yeah.
As discussed in that episode, which was what we said, episode 4.
Episode 4.
This is a freshly laid egg. This is as fresh as they actually get. It was probably laid like
right
literally in the last 36 hours. This was laid. That was the last time I got the eggs. We have 7 chickens and they're lovely. Nice. So I know in the episode you start by like rubbing it over all over you, but I'm gonna
your whole body or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like put a little bit of my intention into it first.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think so. I'm just gonna say, I'll say it out loud so people can do it at home too if they want to. So what the purpose of this for me specifically is I would like all negative, negative energy that's been directed towards me or been around me or in my household, I think, or surrounding me and my family members. Cause like, fuck, I feel it too, right? I feel it right now with everything going on.
Yeah.
That's especially with my, I have to travel. I think we said last episode, I'm going to be traveling.
Oh yes, we did. Yeah.
So
because I was like, you got your visa and you're like, LOL, I didn't. And
also didn't get my visa. Having to, so literally this comes out on the 25th and on the 26th, I have to leave Ireland again. So that's been great because I've been rejected. So I've got to put my peel in. Go on an adventure with Marjorie. So yeah, I honestly, and like with my whole heart would like to just make the next part of this year easier for me and my family. That would be great. So if we can just like dispel that. So I've just
return to sender all the negative shit.
Sender, exactly. So I'm like starting my lymph nodes. That feels right. I'm gonna start my third eye. These I've washed these eggs. Don't worry. Yes, exactly. My heart. I'm just rubbing it everywhere.
Yeah. Do whatever you need to do.
Just go like da da da.
It's your egg. It's your egg.
It's
You
my
do
egg.
whatever you need to do.
It's getting all the shit out. Ugh.
Yeah.
Sometimes this is like a really nice spell as well, because it's like sometimes people feel like when they do tangible things, they can see the stuff go. And I think we talked about that in our cord cutting. Just do my legs now. Cord cutting, even if you don't physically do a candle spell,
Right.
to like actually, once you're
Give
done
it
your
a-
meditation, go give it a sweep, go give it a hoover, as they say.
A Hoover.
A hoover. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so
Cool.
yeah, so I think this is a really nice, like, if not just to, yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, I am simply going to crack the egg. Do I have to do that? Just on the camera? Oh, I have a table. Hold on. Okay, I'm never this prepared, guys. Could you tell? I'm still not prepared.
Oh,
In one of the episodes, it was like, this is my fourth table at my parents' house. It was just like, like, yep. Okay,
yes,
so
it was. Here we are. Look at this fancy setup.
watch how like my blanket because I'm always cold. Exactly. Oh my goodness. So we'll crack it in here. And then you're supposed to leave it for an hour.
Yep.
So not
Right.
like this episode's going to take that long, but we're just going to let it be.
Yeah.
And I will update you guys at the
After.
end of the episode. How's that go?
I think that's
Okay.
perfect.
Great.
You did it.
And we're back. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Okay, cool. Got clean hands now.
Don't
I'd
worry,
like-
Jess, because we're gonna accidentally leave all that shit in there.
Absolutely, honestly. Oh, I'll edit this out.
Yeah. I'll edit that out.
Exactly. That's so funny. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes anyways.
Yeah. was
Yes,
exciting.
so good old egg
So
spells.
if anyone wants to do more or to get that egg spell better explained to them, go to
Yeah.
episode 4. 15-minute mark is when we start talking about it, and then just goes
Perfect.
through everything. So
Lovely. I'll make sure to
So-
reference all of these like timestamps in maybe
yeah.
I'll hyperlink them as well, because I can do that because
Oh
I'm
my
fancy like that.
Look at you learning.
But yes, that'd be awesome. That'd be really good.
So, do you have any others
yeah.
on your list? I have more to go. So
Honestly, please just like divulge. All of
So-
mine are like all over the place, so it's all good.
okay, so episode 5 was our first guest, and that was the Empath sisters.
Yes.
So we love and adore.
yes.
And the whole episode is like a fucking riot. But my favorite part was at 39 seconds when they didn't want to tell us a story. So they started sign language.
Exactly. We're like, guys.
And we're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's super rude. That's fine. And so
Super rude.
So when you were talking about your story, actually,
Mm.
Shelley, it reminded me of more stories.
I know.
Obviously.
Okay, well, we'd like to hear a
It
story from you
reminded
as
me-
well.
It
Yeah.
reminded me of one story of yours. Yeah, remember the door? The closet door.
Oh my goodness. They're just
Oh
signing.
yeah, was that when I
Yeah,
was pregnant?
They're doing some sign language to not tell us. They don't want
Oh
to
my
give it
gosh,
away.
I could tell that one too. I was so
You guys are adorable.
No, while they're doing
So we
this,
can do that
just,
too.
just
we can do that too. No, Brittany.
Everybody who knows sign language on YouTube could be like, oh, I know what they're saying, but all of us who don't know, we're just like,
Exactly. It's so
they're
funny.
like giggling and like, guys,
I know.
just giving the exclusive so that way they just don't have to say it. But yeah, if you wanted to pull it up on your phone for YouTube to see what they did, Jessica, it was like a 39 seconds. Yeah, 39 minutes.
definitely.
39 minutes in.
35. I was gonna say 39 seconds. They work fast. They're like, actually, we don't want to be here. Like,
Wow, I hate
wrap
this
it
shit.
up. Exactly. Oh, sign language is so bad. We hate this shit. Wrap it up.
We don't know what we're doing here.
We don't know. I wish I knew sign language. That would be great. Cool.
I know
Yeah,
you've
that's
also
so
said that in
funny.
that episode too.
I love
So,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I did add to, because we were both ridiculous, and we did this pretty much the exact same thing right after they started signing, is Jessica and I are like, we can do that too, and we literally started doing like our own dance moves and shit. And I
Yeah.
feel like we could create a reel from every fucking dance move that we've done in every episode, because we've done some little bit of a,
Da-da-da-da. Exactly.
move
Yeah.
in every episode, that it could become a whole reel for TikTok.
I seriously believe that. And also like even like then I just like hummed the ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. I think I've said that or saying that little like the quote or whatever like little thing in like many episodes.
Totally.
Many,
Yeah,
many
so-
times.
So
Yeah,
if you're bored
I-
over the next couple months, Jessica, feel free to get all the clips from us dancing
Yeah.
into whatever song. What is the song?
Take a look at
Um,
my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. I don't
'Cause we've been-
remember.
we literally just like it's a lot of like it's a
Oh
lot
my
of
gosh.
stupid shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to do a reel, that would be
I will do that.
wicked.
And speaking of repeating, this
Uh-huh.
came up for me as well. 'Cause actually it started, so my friend Jackie sent me that lovely like gift of like the crystals and the
Yeah.
moams.
Yes,
And then I
yes.
was thinking this week, I'm like, how many episodes do we say moams? How many times do we talk about moams? And I'm like, Jessica, you do not
Oh,
have the
so good.
time to go through each episode to find how many times you say moams. And now I'm like kicking myself. I'm like, you know what? For season 2, we're gonna get I'm gonna make a transcript. That's what I'm gonna do. So that I can just be like
Ooh.
Control F moams, and it'll be like,
Oh
none of
my god.
so anyways, so we
If
say it
it's-
many times. And
Yes.
if anybody would like some and does not have access to them, let me know, because maybe I'll send like a
Yeah.
large care package to Canada or whatever.
Yeah.
They're only a
So we-
euro. So
we will send them to you. We will get
we'll
them to you.
send if you are desperate enough, or not desperate, but if you are intrigued.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Yes,
Jessica and I've
also-
always talked about doing merch, and what we'll do is maybe we'll do a free gift with purchase, which is a bag of
Exactly.
moams.
Pick up moams. Or like, a sampler pack. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
my God,
moams.
hot
Yes.
damn. What
Mhm.
a great gift with purchase.
I know, right? That would be great. But yeah, back to the
Oh.
gift. Yeah, so Jackie had sent that to me for my trip that I'd like literally I
Yeah.
got my passport like last
weeks ago?
Friday. No,
Was it
like
last-
literally on Friday,
Oh
like,
yeah.
on the 17th. So like literally, a week and a day prior to this coming out. And I booked my trip or whatever. Anyways, so knew this trip was coming fast, and I'm like, okay, I'll save it for the trip, like this bag of moams. Gone, done.
She gone.
Mm, long
Who
gone.
ate them? Was it you or Ryan?
Of course it was me. Why would I share?
well, I don't
But
know.
yeah, no, I was like all over those. Did I eat the sour ones? I don't remember if there was sour ones.
The
in this
sour-
one.
Sometimes they are, but I find the sour ones are always orange,
This-
which are very
no,
tasty.
they I got a big bag of them, and they're like a bunch of different
Mm.
colors, but it's too intense for me.
Oh,
It's much too intense.
oh,
Anyways,
right.
so
Well,
I
to
know.
save those for me. Then
But you know
I
what?
eat them.
Yes, I like have some set aside for you. But I do
Yeah.
have a couple pregnant ladies in my vicinity, not
Oh
myself,
yes.
that are like, oh, I'm craving sour. I'm like, do I have the thing for you?
Well, and sour's good for nausea.
Oh, it is exactly.
That's like all I could eat for the first trimester. I was like, I
Mm.
just want
sour
candy.
conde. Sour
And that
conde.
helped. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
So funny. So yeah, that was definitely like one of my other things on the list. Like we definitely say and talk about moams so much
Mhm.
that I'm like, you're right, we should do free gift with purchase whenever we
Yeah.
decide to sell things,
And we would like to still do merch because like
Mhm.
I have a friend who is so like advanced on so many awesome things that she's like,
Yeah.
I'll just help you set it up. And I'm like, God, you're amazing. So
You're amazing.
I'm gonna confirm that with her, and we are gonna set it up so that way we can start doing some clothing merch, because I'd like to do stickers
Mhm.
just for whatever, like stickers or like magnets, whatever, who cares. But
Mhm.
I would also like to do like pullovers, like sweatshirts.
Yeah. You mean like just something like this? But this
What we
says-
normally wear. Because like even like a tank top like this, but I would probably do that too. But a
like, I
pullover,
would probably
like.
wear this. This one, side note, of course, because that's what we do, is from Shein or Sheen or whatever.
Yeah,
And
Shein.
it's shit. It's really shitty, obviously, because it's
Oh,
from
that's
Shein.
bad.
But I'm like, oh, it's nice and long. It covers my butt, like, but
Oh.
but like tall person
That's-
problems.
Oh, that's
Oh,
rats.
very
That's
nice.
rats.
It's always up. That's rats, and it doesn't have like it's not like a bunny hug where I can't like
Oh,
put
no
my hands. There's no
pockets?
pocket, and it's
Not even
it's
on the
like,
side. There's no
I
pockets.
almost just flashed everyone. I apologize in advance. Because I was like, it's pilling, and I'm like, my belly's exposed just
Oh.
below this line. Not like it matters, I don't care. But
No,
yes. So, anyways,
that's hilarious.
we'll have better hoodies than this one I'm wearing. Is what I'm trying to say. It's like
Yes.
this, but
Well,
so
that's
much better. So much better.
Yeah,
anyways,
well, definitely.
yeah.
I feel like that should be like our starter merch is stickers, hoodies, and moams
hoodies,
as
and
free gift for
moams.
purchase.
Exactly. We love a good moam. Yeah.
I don't know if we need more
so-
than that just yet. Maybe tote bags. I don't know. Who cares? We'll figure it out.
We'll that's season 2 issues.
Yeah.
Or we'll spend the
That'll be our
next
plan.
couple. Exactly. Yeah. We've got big
Yeah.
things coming. Like we've said many
Yeah.
times, we don't plan on like slowing down. This is
No.
like therapeutic for us.
And we'll be doing more
Keeps
when
us-
Jessica's actually back in Canada too,
Yeah.
for the short time that she's going to be here, unless I can convince her to move here.
Into my house that's being rented out. That's also should probably just be torn down.
Yeah. Don't jinx
Anyways.
yourself from trying to get other renters.
Don't
in
even.
here. Stop it.
Knocking on wood. But I was thinking about, actually I reached out to Bobby, who we had on, Bobby
Yay!
Nunweiler,
Yeah.
the Soul Kiss, what is it? The Soul Kissed
Soul Kiss
Journey?
Journey. Soul
Soul
Kiss Journey.
Kiss
Yeah.
Journey, and about doing a crystal grid night this summer as well. So I definitely am gonna
Yes.
set that up. That's gonna happen. Essentially we need minimum of 8 people to make it happen. So
Yeah.
we'll come up with some details. We'll
We'll-
plan ahead here. This will all come out in the
Yeah,
next
we'll put
few
it
months
on.
to prepare for the summer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really
And we'll
excited
bring
about
her to
that.
Saskatoon, and we'll launch it.
Mhm.
We'll be talking to Jen Draper to have it at her
Yes.
Wonder and Whimsy event.
Yes. Yeah. So that's our preliminary plan. But yeah, we're kind of getting
Well,
the
that
ball
was-
rolling on that.
Yeah, and that was one of my other highlights too. Is Bobby's episode
Fuck.
was amazing.
Amazing.
God,
It's
her story, and we didn't get to know her very
We
well
didn't-
when we first
no.
met her. We just had the best first impression, and her mom were just the fucking best.
so lovely. You know, when you meet
And I was
people
like,
and they're just
God.
you're the coolest, nicest person I've ever
Yeah.
met. Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I didn't research her at all. I literally looked
No.
at her Instagram page being oh, there's some cool things she does. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then when she got into her story, I was like, what the fuck?
Literally. No, seriously.
What?
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
a blast because we're oh, so what
Oh,
brought you in?
yeah.
We're oh my goodness.
We could have talked to
truly-
her for a full other hour after the episode was over. It was
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah, exactly. And I've
She's
heard
so
that from a lot of our listeners. They're oh my goodness, it
Yeah.
was so powerful. And I'm honestly, it was a delight having her
Yes.
on. I mean,
Yeah.
we
And Bobby's
I mean,
connected to a lot of people we didn't know were connected
No,
to us. We're oh,
exactly how
this
this full
amazing people
circle.
know her. Yeah.
Exactly. She's a wonderful person to follow on social media, to watch her journey, to watch her growth. It's been phenomenal. Sorry, I'm gonna cough 1 second.
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, no, oh God, she's a blast in the class. So yeah, Bobby, if you're listening, we hope you are. That
Yeah.
we just freaking loved our time with you. And we've
Yeah.
already told her that we'd like her to be
Yeah.
a recurring guest in the future. So
Yeah.
season 2, she will for sure be on there. The
Yeah.
crystal grid will probably not be an episode, but we'll talk
No.
about it afterwards.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. We'll do a recap. I know I've got to
yeah.
we've got some lineup for season 2 guests, reoccurring
Yeah.
and new.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for
Yeah.
that stuff to kind of come
Me
through
too.
and get her done.
Totally. So
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
was definitely one of my big highlights is Bobby.
Yeah.
And I loved every single one of our guests for all different reasons. But
Oh, totally. Yeah, I don't know
Bobby
if
was
I had.
just earth shattering. I was
Oh, it
Bobby
was
was just
absolutely-
earth shattering. I was that is just
Yeah.
wow.
I remember I was
And-
yeah, Bobby was phenomenal. So good.
Yeah.
Speaking of special guests, again, all the
Yeah.
special guests were so great for
yeah.
I enjoyed our time with all of them. And I wish we
Oh
could
my
just keep
gosh,
recording
yeah.
with all of them forever. With
Yeah.
Emily Dexter, aka Liker of Words, I fangirled so fucking hard.
yes.
Because I found her on TikTok and I had been following her a long time. This was pre-podcast. I was following her and I would see her updates. And, it's so cool. It's so cool. And then I was I'm just gonna message her and fuck, she replied. I was oh my God, we're emailing it. Oh my goodness, sorry, the light in the background was just a car. Just scared me a bit. But it was, I remember when we started the episode, I was all already nervous and the kids were not cooperating. That was a whole thing.
Yeah.
And
that
we
was
fucked up the
funny, yeah.
time zone. So we sent her
Oh,
the Zoom link
yeah.
and we're I guess she's she didn't reply or whatever. And so
She's
we
not wanting to
recorded an
participate.
episode just in case. And then she joined.
We're oh
Oh
my God.
my God, we have to do this meeting. It was so good, but it was oh my God,
Yeah.
we just totally fucked up the time zone. But I was oh, it was great. I wish
Yeah.
if I had to do a redo, I don't regret anything in my life, but I wish
Oh,
I
yeah.
would have clarified stuff and been more present there because I feel I didn't get to
Fair.
in my own perspective. I just feel I didn't get to absorb it and that
Yeah.
time one-on-one. So I would love to have her
Yeah.
back, not as a redo, but as like
Oh, yeah.
a follow-up, I'd love that.
No,
Yeah.
yes. I think that would be amazing. We'll definitely reach out to her too, because yeah, well, I remember that episode because Maria was in there. Honey was
just-
jumping at the wall for whatever reason, and we're
It was
like,
so
we are
chaotic.
so sorry.
I'm like, this is like, I mean, and like that stuff
that our
happens
life
in
is
every episode,
crazy.
right? It was just so all over the place, and like, yeah. And actually, I just saw that she's.
But
in
I
Europe
think
right
because
now,
that
or
one
just
was
finished.
so much more energy charged.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, wicked. Well, she's. I feel like that episode in general was like such an energetically charged one because she brings so much energy
Yeah.
that like shit on our end was just like whoosh,
Going
like,
everywhere.
Wow, we
Exactly.
didn't see this coming. So I
Right?
think that was part of
Yeah.
the reason why, which is fine. Whatever, life happens.
Yeah. But I like, if I were to like sit down with somebody
Oh, yes.
tomorrow and record
Definitely
again,
reach
it
out.
would be her, because I felt like it was, and like she never said anything negative about us.
Mm.
And like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure she had a good time. But I wish that she
no.
knew that I'm like,
No.
I just wanted to give you so much more attention than like besides me holding my child, like the dog's going nuts, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So that's okay. There will
Well,
be a time. I
and that's the
hope,
thing.
so.
Season 2, we'll reach out again and see what she thinks. And yeah, I
Exactly,
loved your perspective on stuff. It was just so different, and I loved it. Like,
Yeah,
just was
exactly.
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
she's, and again, a very enlightened story as well. Like she was, you
Yeah.
know, in an abusive
Absolutely.
relationship with children, and she was able to leave and kind of restart her life with
Yeah.
that. And she wrote a book, Damsel No More,
Right.
and which I have, and it's lovely if anybody's looking
Oh,
for
nice.
kind of like it's not a self-help book, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
a rediscover your path kind of novella, and it's really cool. So
I love her
very into
updates.
books.
Obviously, she does TikTok as well as like Instagram reels and stuff like that. And I always look forward to her
New
new updates.
moon or whatever.
And
Yeah,
that's the
it's
thing. Like the new moon was this week, and she talked about the eclipse and stuff. And her
Mhm.
knowledge is just so vast, and you're just like, oh, I could hang on every word. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
tell me all the things.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, no, it was very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like one of my like exciting
Highlights.
ones.
Totally.
Yeah.
And we had such amazing guests. Like, holy shit, we are so lucky.
Yeah, I have to think back to like when I had Uncle Ian on, and
Yeah.
like the first part was like so good. Second part, we were too drunk.
Everyone's
Like Jessica,
everyone's
like,
getting a little tipsy.
we're a little tipsy. We're like, yeah, that's cool. You know what I mean? So even like Uncle Steve, who's like Uncle Ian's brother, who's like, you could just tell. I'm like, yeah, I'm not totally proud of that episode, but I am proud because it was really good. And it was like really good for me and Uncle Ian, but obviously it was like, it could have been
Totally.
shorter, but it was perfect what it needed to
But
be.
you know, even when you go to England too,
Yeah.
that's where he's at, right? That's where he
he's
lives.
in England. Yeah.
You guys could start prepping episodes. You could do an episode for him for the future for the season 2 if you wanted to.
Literally. Yeah, exactly. He's not very tech savvy.
So that's why you just do it in person.
You have to do it in person. Exactly. Yeah. I'll be a little bit more prepared this time. Do you know what I mean? But it was, yeah, I just had a good
Yeah.
laugh at that. I was like,
Keep
oh
that
my
in
God.
mind for season 2. That's
Season
amazing.
2. Exactly.
So
We'll make
I've
something
got
work.
2 other, well, technically 3, but 2 more that I'd like to kind of talk about.
Mhm.
One of them was episode 12. This is when Jessica was still living in Canada at my mom's house. And this is when at 12 minutes in, 25 seconds, when Mr. Colin, all you can see running around in the background is his little blonde head. And that's when he is oh frick. I just loved it. If you want to go to that episode,
I wonder, I'd have to like
he's just
show
there
a
and he's
video of
talking,
it.
and he's like, yeah. And he's just like talking everything, and then he's throwing potatoes in the background. And
The potatoes is what gets
And
me.
it's because the energy is
Right.
pulling us in both directions. So we're like literally like, I don't know if you see me on the YouTube, I'm like kind of dancing like a flower in the wind. It's like everything is kind of pulling us in either direction. So that's why we get a lot of those feelings around that time. And I feel like as witches, I shouldn't say we don't get it. When we behave that way, we're like, oh, this is why. And then it's like, I understand why things are so crazy, and we can kind of put it into a different perspective. But a lot of people,
Not to go back to the cycles again, but once you realize your period's coming and you've been acting a little wild, you're like, oh, and everything makes sense. And then you're no longer act to that level, that heightened level.
Exactly. It's like when I stopped taking
Or
my pill
that's
for my
why.
hormones. Hi. Oh,
That's
look
right.
at you
Exactly.
see yourself.
Hi,
on the-
baby.
You wave at Auntie.
You're on YouTube. You get to see Mr. Colin.
My little dude.
Hey, buddy.
Mwah. Say hi, Auntie. Nope, he's not having it.
oh, I'm mommy.
Oh, I'm mommy. You gonna sit with mom?
Oh, and Grizzly decided to make an appearance.
There you
'cause
go. She's like, I heard my
She
boy.
wants to see the boy, and she's like, "Oh my god, he's here, but where?" And she's
Where
like,
is
"Where
he?"
is he?"
On the YouTube, it's so funny because he's just like
I'll insert.
he's
a
just the
clip
star
here.
of the show in that episode. Yeah,
Enter clip.
he's just like
now.
this little blonde. Yeah.
You just see a little blonde dude in his little hair. Oh my god, he's so funny.
And it was just
Yeah.
so funny because he was just like, you could tell that Jessica was just like getting a little extra frustrated
mad.
because that was our morning episode. We had to talk about how Grizzly was barking at
Yeah.
the fucking hallway and I had to
Yeah.
clear my whole house.
I can't remember if like Ryan was golfing
And
or
then-
like it was a
yeah,
shit
so-
show. So we had to like trap
Yeah.
Colin downstairs where it was recording. Because I know like because Ryan wasn't around to watch him. And like there was other family there, but like that's
And
not
then
their
mom
job,
could
so-
handle the baby.
Exactly, yes, because I had an
No,
infant.
it's oh my
was-
god, Jessica, that wetsuit literally looks like someone's like this in your window.
Hi. Sorry, it was really loud.
Literally every few minutes or so, it's like a full body torso.
It is a full body wetsuit. So there it is. There you go. It's inside out as well. So like it's black, I think, on the outside, and like that's the inside. Yeah. So
Oh.
it's dry
Fuck,
because
that's funny because that's why I keep seeing it where it's just like we're
Yeah.
back and we're back again.
And we're back again. And it's like da, da, da. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. My brother-in-law
Oh, God, that's
surfs
so
as
funny.
well, so that's why it's just drying there.
Yes.
So yeah, very funny. Actually, I put
God,
it
but
there
yes.
because, anyways, don't worry
Oh,
about that. That's
funny.
silliness, but
Doesn't even matter, but it's funny.
Doesn't matter.
But yes, and so that was definitely a highlight. It's probably one of my favorite episodes just because any
So-
episode with Colin in the background is such a riot. But that one
Fucking
was just funny because I
chaos.
remember Jessica texting me during the episode being like, Colin keeps throwing potatoes behind me and we're like, oh fuck.
So then you see like it's like because I was recording in my parents' storage room, right? Or in our
'Cause
parents'
you
storage
didn't
room.
have any space. That was your
I had no
only
space, and it was
to do
like
it.
I could do it down there. The internet was decent enough. Like it was for the most part quiet.
Yeah.
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 It was literally just a place where I could go record. And the shambles. That is
It was
so funny.
It was a
Yeah.
wild.
So yeah, the food storage is there, literally there. So there's bags of
what- that's-
potatoes and like boxes of macaroni and like
onions.
toilet paper. There's paper towel. There's cans of food
Yeah.
or whatever. All that. Some
Colin was
appliances,
just having a fucking heyday. And
slow
toys.
cookers.
And toys that Colin was like we had put away because he had grown out of
Mhm.
at that
He
point.
found them, needed
And
them
then
back.
he would find them to be like,
It's a new toy.
we're bringing this back
Exactly.
upstairs. Hey, I'm like,
Yeah,
I guess so.
exactly. Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think.
That
if
was
there's.
one.
Do you have any more that you want to chat about?
Yeah,
Bring it on.
I do. I've got two more. So episode 16 is one of my favorites because it literally was a surprise episode. We weren't even planning to do this. And it was literally within an hour that we just decided, like, you know what, let's just go for it. That's when we
That's
decided to go cleanse
right.
Jessica's friend's house.
Yes.
Because
oh
they
my
just moved in and they
gosh.
were feeling a little bit of funky energy. And so
Mhm.
we're like, you know what, let's just go and clear it for them. And we loved it. We
Yeah.
had a really great time.
Yeah.
It was the first time that we were able to go. Well, I shouldn't say that. It was the first time Jessica and I could do it together to someone's house. I had done it a couple times for a couple different people
Mhm.
beforehand. And which I loved because I was like, it's fun, it's great. And it was obviously we're not as pro level as like someone like Bev Lazar who like
Does it
like the
like,
way that
professionally?
that's
Yeah.
like
And
yeah. And like this is more so like we're gonna just bring in as much light as we can, and hopefully we can
exactly.
you know,
I'm just gonna
feel it
attack it
out,
from every
so.
angle. We used
Yeah.
sage, we used Palo Santo, and I think we used my clearing spray as well. And then we
I'm sure we did.
used what else did we use? I don't know if I did like not a
think it was just
chanting
the
of
rest of, like-
sorts. Oh no.
It's like prayer.
Yeah, a prayer. Sorry,
You
sorry,
okay?
my internet's cutting
Mhm.
out. So what's new? The internet.
Yeah,
is-
exactly. I literally have had to do a speed test a couple times during this episode because I was like, is this me? No, it's
No,
just Jessica's.
it's definitely me.
internet.
But I think it's the wind because
That's one thing that has not changed from episode 1 to episode now.
Jessica's internet.
It's just
Literally.
it's always been bad. Every
Exactly,
episode
yeah.
we're like, fuck, again?
So, and it's lagging. It's like, oh, it's because Jessica's internet. Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Anyway, so but we're still working on some kinks. But now that we kind of know what to do, like regarding audio, it's like, okay, if I get my original audio and Brittany's original, her audio sent to me, then I can just like
Yeah.
all together.
Okay.
And that
That doesn't give us any hope for YouTube, but that's okay. That's
You know what? It
okay.
does though. Kind of. No.
Does it?
No.
YouTube, you get what you get. You get the
You get
first
what you
17
get.
seconds of me being like, do you want to start? Do you want to start?
Do you want to start? I mean, I could actually make it work. Actually, I could do it. It would be a lot more work because I'd have to import the audio over like the video, then mute the video, but then import both audios and make sure that audio fits the mouse. I don't know. We
I
just
don't
would
know.
have to see.
But
I
you
just
do
don't know if I'm
whatever
gonna do that.
feels right.
Exactly. Clearly, I
Don't
do a poor
overcommit.
job editing anyways. So I'll just edit this out.
No,
Okay.
it was just 40 episodes ago.
I hope just like 17 seconds and not like a whole bunch. And it would be like,
Look, it
anyways.
was so funny, Jess. I was just like, wow, I can't.
Well, that's
And
nice.
that's why
Exactly.
I watched the next couple episodes and I'm like, oh, duh, just does not get any better.
Oh, not much better here either. That's so funny. Oh my God. Thanks, guys, for keep watching on there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
right?
And you got
We have-
one more, you said?
I have one more. Yeah. Do you have any more?
I'm like, no.
Your
I
list
don't.
is tapped?
I mean, all
So-
of mine is like, I love it all.
Oh,
That's all I can say.
It was like I said, like it was really hard to pick favorites, but there was just some that were just like a highlight reel that I'm like, oh yeah, I'd like to talk about that again. So we actually talked about this a little bit already. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
This
It's fine.
pregnancy exhaustion is killing me.
Yeah, it's all good.
So we talked about this a little bit, I think in our last episode, if not the last two episodes. We were lucky enough to be guests on someone else's podcast. So I'd like to highlight that podcast
Yes.
because it was so much fun to do. We were able to be on the Empath Sisters podcast, which
Yes.
they of course have been with us, and they've been with us together as well as separate.
Mhm.
They'll be coming back as season 2 guests as well.
Yep.
And we loved it. We had so much fun. Jessica and I like watching or like listening to the episode, we're like, oh, we took over that entire episode. We didn't let them talk at all.
We did, but not lots. We're like, I swear, like we just treated it like one of our episodes that we did like none of the work for. We're just like, we just showed up. And what do you want us to talk about? Oh, everything. Okay, gotcha. Oh, you need
We'll
us to
just
fill
take
40
over
minutes
then.
a time? We got you.
That's
Easy
all.
peasy. Exactly. Only that? We can't push
Yeah.
it? No? Okay.
Oh, so
Yeah.
we had such a blast, and there was a lot of stories that we talked about that we hadn't even brought up on here before.
I know. Well, yeah,
Because,
like
for
Colin
whatever reason.
talking to
Yeah.
talking to ghost nannies.
Well, and Jessica and I,
Our first
you know,
experiences.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
how Jessica and I have experienced a lot of death in our families. So
A lot of death. I know.
Yeah, which
Actually,
is like-
we could share that one here if you want. I'm totally fine with that. Maybe it might be applicable to an episode down the road, but definitely go listen to the Empath Sisters episode because if you like our episodes, you're gonna like that episode for sure,
Oh,
and
yeah.
all of their stuff. Like they're literally like the OGs of this, you know.
yes.
Um,
And that's the thing, like they are just finishing up they just started their season 2.
yes.
season 3? Season 3,
Two.
sorry, season 3.
Three. Yeah.
They're in the middle of
Yeah.
season 3 right now. So
Yeah.
But yeah, because they both are so intelligent and so like so far down where we are in our spiritual lives that the information that they have is just so vast. So it's definitely worth
Yeah.
checking
It's worth
into.
like tapping into for difference like of what's the word am I looking for? I don't want to say opinion. For a different outlook
Just information.
or
Yeah.
perspective. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
So it was a really great episode to do. It was great to be a part of, honored to be a part of it. Like we love them, like truly like sisters.
Oh yeah, for
so
sure.
yeah, no, I
But
really
yeah,
like
so
that
like
one.
talking about what Jessica and I
Mhm.
we had talked about a little bit is like our whole life we have experienced a lot of death, and like it's honestly never really bothered me until my cousin had passed away, and then I was like,
Mhm.
oh, that hurts different.
Which we discussed, I
But-
think, in episode 2 or 3. But yes, you're not your after bits of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
episode 2, I think. But yeah,
Yeah.
so
I have a trigger
this
warning
was
anyways.
like, yes, exactly. So we talked about, or sorry, we've grown up losing a lot of people and going to a lot
Mhm.
of funerals. Like we
Yeah.
probably went to as many funerals as we did weddings.
Yes. We were brought up
Um,
definitely more around death than we were around
Yeah.
births.
Yeah.
being
Oh,
the
yeah.
youngest. I mean, being
Yes.
the youngest of
Yes.
such big families, it was like we were the
Yeah.
babies. So I mean, eventually,
Yeah.
you know, the olders started to have babies, but it was
Right.
we were always at the butt end, or and
Yeah.
again from old families too, right? Big
That's
old
right.
families where like our
Yeah.
grandfather who passed away, did grandpa pass away last year? Pretty sure it was last year.
No, the year before.
Oh my God.
We just had this, we had the celebration of life last year.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like so lost, right? Anyways, this is what happens, right?
Yeah.
So we like Grandpa Binsfeld, our mom's dad, would have been 100 this year. Like and he
Yeah.
just passed 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Like we've got some really like longevity in our lives.
Yeah.
But again, like, you know, mom, some people in our family had kids late too, right?
Yeah,
So that's
true.
part of it. It's like,
Yeah.
so anyways, we're the babies. So we were definitely around like a lot more
Yeah.
death than we were around births for
And
the
because
first
our
at
families
least
had
10
come
years,
from a
really.
yeah, and like our families have come from a small town, and so
Mhm.
when there was a funeral, you always went,
Always
whether or
went,
not you were close
yeah.
to that one person or not. So we were always
Yeah.
at funerals.
Yeah. Definitely more funerals than like weddings or births. Definitely.
Yeah. Which is fine. Like whatever. That's
Totally.
like,
Yeah.
I think I only remember a birth, and it was our cousin's daughter. And I was just like, I don't remember when he had his boys. I don't remember anything else. I just remember when his daughter was born.
Oh, seriously. I don't
Yeah.
remember the boys' birth. Oh, I no, Matthew and Dad went to the hospital for the boys' birth.
Oh, really?
I do remember that. Or maybe it was for her birth. No, I think it was for the boys. Maybe it was for
Oh.
hers. Doesn't matter. I just remember the boys being little, but I don't remember like anything else.
Yeah.
We
But
weren't
yeah,
going
it's
to anything.
very
Anyways.
interesting. Yeah. Like it
Mhm.
was just so interesting because like, yeah,
Mhm.
birth was just, it wasn't a part of our life. We didn't know
No, we didn't.
anything about it.
No.
And we weren't really truly awakened to that until our friends started having kids. So
Until
it's
like we were
oh,
like, yeah.
okay.
Like I feel like the first infant I held may have been Colin. Not held because we babysat and whatever else, but like
Right.
baby showers,
yeah.
you weren't really like in there like a dirty shirt. Was like, oh, and all of a
No.
sudden, like I was the first to have kids in my group of friends. It was like, oh fuck, I
Yeah.
felt like literally an hour, like
Totally.
minute old boy.
And you're like, yeah.
I do.
No, it's
But,
true. So
Yeah. So to death though, I do think that like because it was so I don't want to say normalized, but it kind of was in our lives.
it was just such a regular part of our life that I don't think it was as scary as it could have
wasn't
been.
scary. It still isn't scary to me. I think
No,
I've gone
it
through a
was
phase
scary.
myself where it was like scary.
Yeah.
But I think being like opened to all of this, not since then, but I think even more so, it's kind of like
Yeah.
I don't want to say that it's like a scary or depressing, but it is like I'm still if I were to pass tomorrow, God forbid, you know,
Yeah.
but like, you know, or whoever passes, it's like I know that it just means I'm not a part of this life right now in the
Right.
person in this form, right?
Right.
I'm still
Yeah.
here. The energy is still here. My presence is still here. You know, I just, you know, I think again. So anyway, I don't know. Go to the Empath Sisters, listen to the story that we
Yeah.
share. I don't want to leave it as an exclusive there, but it is like one that we could definitely get into, but I don't want to make that the point of this episode. Death
No,
is
exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
I do feel in a small
Yeah.
way though, because we had grown up going to so many funerals that I feel like part of us was actually desensitized to
That's a good word to put it. It was just what had to happen.
it just happened. And you're
And-
just, but you weren't bothered. And
You
like,
know?
I know people that went into their 20s and 30s never having a funeral in their family. And I'm like, what the hell are you
What?
talking about?
What do you mean?
Everyone's
Like,
still alive? How
exactly.
is that possible?
Well, I think things changed when our cousin passed, right? I think because
Yeah,
it was the
everything
youngest,
changed.
because he
Yeah.
was 28. I want
And
to.
it
No,
was
he was
traumatic.
29. He was 29.
Yeah,
He
he was
wasn't 30.
29.
He was a month from being
Yeah.
30. And it was
Yeah.
a traumatic, very traumatic experience for all of us. I think that
Yeah.
was like the change.
I think that was really what turned everybody to be like,
Mhm.
whoa,
What
okay.
the hell? So like this can happen at any age and not just at old
Yeah.
age, like it had been happening, right?
Right, exactly.
Because
Yeah,
really everybody before
totally.
that was in their 60s, 70s, 80s,
Later
90s.
stages of life that
Yeah.
it
Or
just-
like illnesses. It was like for like,
yeah,
you know, there was something like that where this was tragedy. So
totally.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Changed
anyways.
perspective. But yeah, we'll leave it as an
Mhm.
exclusive because it's a good story, and like we really loved Bev and Shelley's
Input and like
banter to everything of just like, oh,
Mhm.
you know, like this is like their follow-up questions and stuff. So we don't want to take that away because it was
Yeah.
pretty amazing to share that moment with them. So
yeah, definitely go check it out.
Yeah.
We're open to talking about it, obviously, but like, you know,
of course. But you can always
Go
just
there
message
first.
us.
Exactly. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, like
Sweet.
overall, this year's been really great. Obviously, so many changes.
Oh, yeah.
So many
Yes.
changes, so much growth from both of us.
Yeah.
I feel like as a person, I feel more confident as well. And I know that I'm still like stepping into, you know, my next phase here of you know,
Yeah.
myself. But
You're
I
like,
think
level
like
up.
even like becoming more comfortable with like talking freely about this stuff, you know, I think like
Yeah.
it is like, ooh, it's embarrassing. It's like it's not. Like I fucking love this shit. And like I really enjoy that my heart can open to this, you know. I guess I don't know. I've talked about religious trauma all the time, and I feel like I've
Yeah.
beaten that horse to death, but it is like it's hard to go
But it's
from that pressure
what
to
made
like
you where
this.
you are right now, though.
Exactly. So I don't want to say that this is religious, but it is a spiritualism kind of thing, and it's, you know,
Mhm.
your spiritual experience. So anyways, I'm really
Yeah.
grateful for the last, you know, season. You know,
Yes,
it's
me
been
too.
really nice
I loved it.
to
It's
get
been
to
a
know
wild ride.
you on this
Yeah.
level and to know other
Yeah.
people on this level, and like really oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. Like listening to those beginning episodes, and then we talk about like, oh, I think we should do an episode of this. So we should, and then we do an episode on this. It's like I love that
Yeah.
we sparked curiosity in ourselves, and then we were able to follow
Yes.
through and spark it even further. And like, there's
Totally.
definitely subjects that I'm like haven't like, so we haven't touched the surface yet, or like I cannot wait to learn more. I really can't. And I'd love to
Yeah.
do like a part 2 of whatever,
Yeah.
as like, you know, a follow-up to those first episodes too, because like there's
Absolutely.
so much, and like you almost need like a specialist in each of those topics to really get,
Yes.
like I could spend
Yeah.
hours and hours and hours doing research, and I would love every minute of it, and then try and like,
Mhm.
you know, regurgitate it for you guys. It's like, oh, it's so
Yeah.
exciting. So
Well, and that's the thing.
yeah.
Like there are so many amazing people out there that is their craft, that's what they do, that's their profession. So like we can bring them in, and then
Oh,
they
yeah.
can explain it even better than we can.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's lots of potential there. Yeah. So yeah, before
Wicked.
we do any card pulling, any other final thoughts on our season?
That was,
for
yeah,
me?
it's just, it's been a wild ride. It's been so much fun. I can't wait to see what we do next.
Right? I totally agree. I know there's like,
Yeah.
there's so much
gonna
on
be
the
amazing.
horizon for us. Lovely.
Literally.
Well, for our
I'm ready.
last pull of our 2022-23 season 1,
Yes.
I'm gonna pull my favorite, the one, the only, the wild one. Girls obsessed. And you know what?
Do it.
I'm getting a tattoo. I never told you that. I don't
no,
have
you
any
didn't tell me that.
tattoos. I haven't booked it. Like I just want one. But like
Yeah.
we want our sibling tattoos. I want to get this friend tattoo. And I'm like, and then like on the book here,
Oh,
it's got those
yeah.
markings there. So it's like earth, air, fire, and water and spirit. And like that has been like on my list for over a year now. And I'm like, girl, just get it.
Amazing.
Just gotta get it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Do
So
it.
I'm gonna
And then
do
put
that.
your pile of pancakes right next to it.
pile of pancakes, my stack of pancakes with maple syrup and a slice of butter on top that's melty. That's my that's
Now
like, you know, doesn't
now I'm
everybody,
starving?
can we just get like a lame tattoo? That's what I want, right? I don't know where I'm gonna put that one. Is that like an ankle tattoo maybe?
The pancakes, probably.
Yeah, an ankle, like, oh, what's that? Don't worry about it.
The inside of your ankle, so it's a little secret.
Secret pancake, my secret pancakes, my sneaky snack.
The sneaky snack.
So yeah, let's see here. Oh my goodness. Okie dokie. So I am going to, okay, people, what do we need to know for the next season? This is, I'm not gonna even say it limited to our season. I think because spring has just started, and by the time we pick up again, we'll be just getting into summer. So I think for spring, I think that'd be a really good message to bring forward. What do we need to know for the next season, literally, when we're in it now? What can we do to prepare to give ourselves a little bit more? Okay. A camel. Have I pulled the camel before? And I feel like I got 2 cards. I'm so sorry. I think I got 2 because it kind of felt funny when I was picking this. Okay, I got a camel first, and I'll tell you the other one in a second. So the camel, that is a fire spirit. Camel, resourceful, independent, knows oneself. The camel can handle absolutely anything as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenge with ease. Even in the face of excess heat, judgment, or anger, the camel searches inside for a cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, fire and water. And being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and is especially fond of trips to faraway lands. It's for me, probably. When in balance, you're calm, content, sparkle in the eye. When out of balance, dehydrated, lacks vitality, and to bring into balance a pilgrimage. So that was the camel.
Nice.
The other card I got, I've never pulled this card.
Ooh.
It's the frog.
Aw.
Never pulled him. Clearing, cleansing, and healing. The frog and the water element are the most inseparable. The frog spends its first months of life entirely within the healing element and then emerges to rest on land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked or undernourished, so it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. This card serves as a reminder that water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. So when in balance, you clear your energy and enthusiasm for life. Sorry, it just says clear energy and enthusiasm for life. My brain, my mouth. When out of balance, you're depleted, running on empty. What? Me?
What do you mean?
Couldn't be. To bring into balance, lake, river, ocean, or a bathhouse. So I think especially like going into spring, like
Mhm.
April showers, spring May flowers.
You know, and with new season, it's fresh start.
Exactly. It is. It is like, yeah, it's a fresh start. It's
I love
new
it.
things coming. Look after yourselves, people.
Mhm.
And then with
I like
camel,
it.
it is like it's okay to you just get to know yourself a little bit.
Mhm.
Take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
Right. Go with calm. And if you need a trip, take your trips.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it.
I like it
And
a lot. too.
I
Sorry, go ahead.
chose the Magic of Unicorn.
Wow. Is that a new deck?
Yes. No,
Okay.
I want a new deck, but I don't need a new deck. But
Mhm, I get you. Oh yeah. I showed you earlier, but like, so this is my animal sphere. The packet.
and
like,
she got the mini.
I got the
The
pocket deck.
pocket.
It's pocket animal spirit.
Now her
Anyways,
life is complete.
now I can travel with my animal spirits. I'm so
Exactly.
excited.
Exactly.
So I
So the
couldn't
card
have
that I
one.
picked, or the
Mhm.
card that was picked for us for this
Yes.
new season, for whatever the following needs to hear,
Yeah.
is the Pool of Christ Light. So it's funny how
Oh.
Jessica's
Like water.
like, everything goes back to religion, and I'm like, oh shit.
Well,
This
shit.
is
Yeah.
but it's open your heart, spread unconditional love. So this is a card of transcendent love. It's pure source that flows from the Godhead at the diamond white frequency. So unicorns carry it in their energy fields and bring it down on the golden ray through white gold, then to a level where you can access it. Talks about like Christ light. So Christ light can
Mhm.
heal at a cellular level. It can dissolve blocks in your physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual field and replace them with love.
Mhm.
It can bring you peace or great joy and raise your frequency to the 9th dimension. And it's
Mhm.
also a powerful protective energy. So
That pulls with my frog card on having like a clear energy and like,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So
clear and like bathing and like, yeah, like
yeah.
clearing,
So it says your
literally.
guidance is to breathe in the Christ light and practice seeing, hearing, and communicating with love.
Yeah.
Your unicorn is asking you to radiate the divine energy to other people, places, and situations, for this is the significant difference to them. It'll
Mhm.
also accelerate your ascension and bring you closer to your unicorn. So,
Interesting.
pretty cool.
That's really nice. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a lovely
I
way
like
to
that.
kind of head into spring. I was gonna
Yeah,
say I already
exactly.
forgot about my egg. My egg.
Yes, it's time.
So it's been
Okay.
sitting for a while now and there's nothing.
Wow.
There's like
So-
a like one bubble at the top, but it's not, there's
Oh.
no threads. There's
Yeah.
nothing. So
And the
I'm gonna
egg
take
itself has sunk, so that's good.
yeah, exactly. It's at the bottom. There's nothing.
Right?
There's
That's
no
a good thing.
strings.
That's a good thing that it's
Yeah.
at the bottom.
That's good.
Yeah.
Means there's nothing or like Because last time it was like there was webs. It was like a whole shit
Right.
ton.
Hmm.
Yes, this is much better. But that being said, I am still going to follow through with the rest of the practice. I'm gonna add some cinnamon to that bitch. I'm gonna add some
Yeah.
cumin. I'm gonna add some like spicy peppers because
Yeah. Doesn't
Send it
hurt to
back.
make sure if there's anything that is
Yeah.
trying to be sent right now, it is not going to stick around.
exactly. And I'm gonna flush it.
Yes.
So once I do that, I'm gonna flush it down the toilet and say, see you later, return that to sender. I don't need it.
Yeah.
So
See
Yeah.
ya.
see you later. Exactly. So, yeah.
Wicked. All
Well,
right, we did it. Last
Happy
episode
first
of the
season, guys. Yeah. Thank you again for
Woo!
coming and participating in our little craft here. And like,
Our
we
little
love
life
it.
project.
Truly, it is. And like, honestly, I love it. I love it. And I love you guys.
been
And I
so
love you,
amazing.
Brittany. So
I love you too.
you go ahead and
This
you
is
have that
perfect.
baby. Not
Yeah, I'm
like
gonna have that
tomorrow,
baby.
but like you're gonna have that baby soon.
Yes.
And I just want to snuggle that little baby.
Well, you could come home anytime. Just
anytime I could come
saying.
home. Exactly.
You
I
have your
know.
passport. You can come on.
Now I have a
home.
passport. I will. I will. It is, you know.
You might as well just move back until your visa goes through. So
Laws, exactly. That'd be hilarious. But
I'll get
also,
calling into a school here.
exactly. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But anyways, in the meantime, guys, we hope you take care of yourselves.
Yes.
You guys can find us. We'll continuously do like clips and stuff as well for the next few months here. So don't think we're done because we're not. So you can find
No.
us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Basic
Mhm.
Banter for Witches, or you can
Yes.
email us basicbanterforwitches@gmail.com.
And if you
Yeah.
want to really watch shit shows, watch episode 1 to 10 on fucking
Yeah.
YouTube, where you're like, wow, these girls do not have it together.
They
We
don't
didn't.
understand. They don't understand. We don't
It
understand.
was a mess.
It's a mess. Exactly. It's okay. The best things are.
And that's the
Life's
thing.
a mess.
If you need a good joke, if you need a good laugh, then just rewatch some of those episodes. All of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are ridiculous. But we love you guys. Thank you again for
Love you guys.
everything. And we
Thank
will see
you.
you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.
Bye.